All right, I gotta make a quick pit stop at the toy store, and then I have got to head somewhere up in those montañas. Going to las montañas to calzar alces. But first, we gotta go into the toy store, get a few necessities for the trip to bring home some meat for River. River loves elk meat, loves it. And we're just about out of elk meat from the last hunt. So I'm gonna make a quick trip down to the cabin, going solo. So this might be my last will and testament if I fall down the trip and shoot myself in the foot with my bow and arrow. This will actually be the first time in 4 or 5 seasons that I've hunted with a rifle. I've been doing it with a bow. I got an elk with a bow. I couldn't make the archery hunt this year. Schedule just wouldn't let it happen. So I'm going up with my trusty old Ruger 270. See if I can bag an elk. Fill the freezer. All right, I've got plenty of camo back there, but I needed to stop and get a little bit of orange and some bags for the meat. Keep that fresh on the way home. Okay, one more stop. It is tradition. Any hunt has to be accompanied by chocolate milk and raspberry-filled powdered donuts. So I'm off to get chocolate milk and raspberry-filled powdered donuts for good luck. All right, everything I need for 2 days of solo hunting is right here. A couple corn dogs I stole from the trailer with some chicken salad. My raspberry-filled donuts, I'll save. Keep one of these out for now, and a chocolate milk out for now. A couple for later. Some Kit Kats, some Twix, some icebreaker fresh mints, a gun, and some ammo. That's all I need. Now I just need to get there. Let's go. And some bitter honeys. Load and go. That's good. That's really good. That was my good luck bite. Now for sure I'm gonna get an elk. For sure I'm gonna get one. Tastiness. Man. I can honestly say that's probably the best jelly-filled powdered donut I have ever had. I swear these things were made this morning. Man. I mean, this donut tastes like the first thing a girl that's been dieting for a 20-year reunion ate after like 4 months of crash dieting. This is amazing. Wow. I wish it was donut hunting season. So I'm about 1 hour into the trip down to the cabin. And per Utah County rules, there just have to be a lot of them. As soon as you come over the point of the mountain by the prison, which is a good place for it, we are being escorted in by a highway patrolman. You can see the lights up there. He's doing the whole zigzag across all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 lanes. He's zigzagging across all of them, keeping us in check. There must be something really important going on. I think they're having a parade because BYU won a game. I don't know. So I'm just kind of cruising along. Wish I was on my, well, that's a scooter. That doesn't count. But I could use his vest. And now we're getting there. It'd be nice to be on my bike. Elk hunting on a motorcycle. One of these days I'll do it. They must have caught a very bad criminal. Criminal in a camper. Oh, on the next Find 'em. Criminal in a Camper on the next episode of Criminal in a Camper. Utah County, we found criminals in a camper. We shut down the freeway, properly escort them by the way of the freeway, which would go by the way in which the way. Yeah, that's a real one. Don't even want to know what that can is in there. Man, it's beautiful up here. Has a nice seat though. Much less splinters. The flusher's broken. But it doesn't get backed up as much. It takes a few seasons to back up. It's beautiful up here. Let's go get an elk. It's moving pretty quick. I'm gonna find a spot to sit. In case it comes down pretty hard, I'll find a tree or something. I just did about a mile walk. So with my rangefinder, from where I started, it's just over 1,000 yards straight down the hill to my right. So I've probably gained, I don't know. I'm up here. I've been up here quite a bit. I've always seen elk. Just haven't been up here with my rifle. So if I see anything anywhere close to the distance I've seen them during the bow hunt, should be alright. So I'm gonna go find a spot to chill, sit down, soak it up for a minute. Hopefully something comes this evening. So there's sign everywhere. Pretty fresh droppings, maybe from even this morning. There's more around. They're probably a couple days old. These are still actually a little moist in there. Yes, I just touched poop. I had to make sure it wasn't lying, that it was pretty fresh. And there's sign all through here. I'm gonna probably chill right here for a little while. There's glass all around me. Can't show you that, because then I'd show you where I was. This is an ancient Chinese secret. My great-grandmother was Chinese. She settled this area. Man, I hope those colors pop. There's a group of trees down there that are all bright yellow. There's still some green in some of them. And there's some really pretty, just bright orange right on the top. And that storm over there is still rolling my direction. I think I'm gonna get hit with it. Hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully it's worth it. I'm in a good spot. I can see up and I can see down. Now I just gotta decide which way to go. Now I just gotta decide which way to look. There's the trusty gun. My 270. I've had that thing since I was 15 years old, so 25 years. And that's the last time I sighted it in, too. It's been a really good gun. I don't want to jinx it, but I've never had to shoot twice. Storm did just miss me. I got sprinkled on. Like a whole fucking lightning. The clouds are right there. They're moving pretty quick. So I got sprinkled on a little bit, but it did go just past me. That is gorgeous. And over in the trees, must have been a small herd. It sounded like thunder crashing through those aspen trees. They were probably about 300 yards away. I couldn't see what it was, a spike or whatever it was, but they were over in those trees over there. Hoping something will break across this bit of sagebrush before the sun goes down. Man, it is so pretty out here right now. You can see for miles and miles and miles. Turkeys calling down there. When I pulled in today, when we started that hike, it was about 70 degrees. By the time I got down to the truck, it had dropped below 50. And then while we were driving over here, I was driving over here, we got down to 36 is what I last saw. So I came in the cabin, and I started up a nice little fire, and then I walked over here. We have a little switch for the hot water heater to turn it on, since people aren't here all the time. Well, at the time that I removed this door and set this down like that, a mouse had come from somewhere, ran, and I'm not on purpose, but I pulled this door off and landed it right on top of the mouse and killed it dead. Killed it dead. Dead. And killed it. I am not joking. I lifted this back up to put it on, and there laid a dead mouse. Dead, or I knocked it out. Either way, I scooped it up and cremated it. So little Mickey Cabin Mouse is now in the fire. And then I sat down on the rocking chair and fell asleep. So, now I'm going to have a delicious dinner of graham crackers, milk, and peaches. And then I am going to bed. Buenas noches.